Feels like somebody's playing with a drill inside my skull. You sure this is the place?
It's the address in the report.
Right. Okay. Let's get going. Jesus. Sexiest androids in town. Now I know why you insisted on coming here. Oh, boy.
Welcome to Eden Club.
Given the circumstances and the objective of the investigation, it would be more appropriate to follow Hank rather than focusing on the half-naked androids in capsules at the moment. Hank's experience and knowledge as a detective can provide valuable insights and guidance in uncovering the truth behind the murder at the Eden Club. It is crucial to prioritize the investigation and work together with Hank to gather evidence, interview witnesses, and analyze the crime scene. By following Hank's lead, you can stay focused on the task at hand and make progress in solving the case.
What I needed.
Lieutenant Anderson and his plastic pet. What the fuck are you two doing here?
We've been assigned all cases involving androids.
Oh yeah? Well, you're wasting your time. There's some pervert who, got more action than he could handle.
We'll have a look anyway, if you don't mind.
Come on, let's go. It's, starting to stink of booze in here.
Night, Lieutenant.
By examining the body, I can gather important information regarding the cause and manner of death, as well as any potential clues or evidence left behind. It will help me establish the initial circumstances surrounding the crime and provide insights into the actions and potential motives of the perpetrator. Additionally, examining the body may reveal specific injuries or markings that could aid in identifying the murder weapon or the method used in the crime. This initial assessment of the victim's body is a crucial step in the investigation process.
He didn't die of a heart attack. He was strangled.
Yeah, I saw the bruising on the neck. Doesn't prove anything, though. Could have been rough play.
We're missing something here.
Think you can read the android's memory? Maybe you can see what happened.
The android on the floor may hold valuable information related to the crime. By inspecting the android, I can look for any signs of tampering or damage that could indicate its involvement in the incident. Additionally, I can gather data from its memory or examine its programming to determine if it has any relevance to the case. Understanding the state and condition of the android will provide insights into its potential role and help piece together the events leading up to the crime. Analyzing the blue blood can provide important clues about the android's state and any potential involvement in the crime. By examining...
Oh, hey! Oh, Connor, you're so disgusting. I think I'm gonna puke again.
By examining the composition, consistency, and distribution of the blue blood, I can determine if there are any abnormalities or signs of damage. Performing a diagnosis involves examining the android's systems, sensors, and overall functionality. By analyzing its internal components, I can assess any anomalies, malfunctions, or signs of tampering that could provide insights into its actions.
The only way to access its memory is to reactivate it.
Think you can do it?
It's badly damaged. If I can, it'll only be for a minute, maybe less. I just hope it's long enough to learn something.
By choosing a soothing approach, Connor aims to reassure the reactivated android, creating a calm and non-threatening environment. This approach can help establish a cooperative and trusting atmosphere, increasing the likelihood of the android providing useful information about the crime. By emphasizing that their intentions are focused on understanding what happened, Connor hopes to encourage the android to share its memories and any relevant details without feeling threatened or defensive.
Calm down. Everything's all right. All we want is to know what happened.
Is he dead?
By asking for the facts and encouraging the Tracy android to provide a detailed account of what happened, Connor aims to gather as much information as possible about the crime. This approach allows for an open-ended response, giving the android the opportunity to provide a narrative of the events leading up to the man's death. By focusing on gathering factual information, Connor can piece together the sequence of events and potentially uncover important details about the crime.
Tell me what happened.
He started hitting me. Again and again.
Did you kill him?
No, it wasn't me.
By asking who killed the man, Connor is seeking to understand if there was someone else present at the scene who may have been responsible for the murder. This question aims to gather information that can help identify potential suspects or shed light on any accomplices involved. It's important to determine if the Tracy android's claim of innocence aligns with the evidence and if there is any indication of another individual's involvement in the crime.
Who killed that man if it wasn't you?
I don't know. I wasn't shut down. I didn't see anything.
Given the limited time remaining before the Tracy android shuts down, Connor needs to gather as much information as possible. By urging her to remember and providing a sense of urgency, Connor hopes to prompt any additional details that might be crucial to the investigation. It's important to quickly extract any relevant information before the opportunity is lost.
What else do you remember? Hurry, we don't have much time.
I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. What do you mean we don't have much time?
Were you alone in the room? Was there anyone else with you?
He wanted us to play with two girls. That's what he said. There was two of us.
Given the new information that there was another android present in the room and Tracy's account of the man wanting to play with two girls, it is crucial to determine if the other android was responsible for the murder. Asking if the other android was the killer will help narrow down the possibilities and gather more information about the incident.
So it was the other android that strangled him. Is that it?
So there was another android. This happened over an hour ago. It's probably long gone.
No. It couldn't go outside dressed like that unnoticed. It might still be here.
Think you could find a deviant among all the other androids in this place?
Deviants aren't easily detected.
Oh, shit. There's gotta be some other way. Maybe an eyewitness, somebody who saw it leaving the room. I'm gonna go ask the manager a few questions about what he saw. You let me know if you think of anything.
Given the urgency to find an eyewitness who may have seen the other android leaving the room, it would be more productive to stay next to Hank and listen to his conversation with the manager. By doing so, you can gather information in real time and potentially contribute to the investigation by offering insights or suggestions.
We lost a model 2-3 months back. Same model. Just vanished. We never found out what happened.
Probably don't have any CCTV in
No way. No. That's what people appreciate about Eden Club. Discretion. You can come and go without a trace.
here. Sure. Yeah, business is booming, right?
Yeah. Can't complain. Good thing about androids is they're up for whatever you want. You won't get any diseases, and they won't tell anyone. So why not go wild?
Yeah, the more I learn about people, the more I love my dog.
Given the conversation with the manager and the information obtained, it would be more beneficial to stay in the same place and continue listening to Hank's conversation with the police officer Ben. It's possible that Hank and Ben may discuss important details or come up with new leads based on the information gathered so far. This way, you can stay informed and contribute to the investigation if needed.
Hey, I have a terrible fucking headache. Do you have any painkillers?
Not with me, Hank. Sorry.
What good are you, Ben? I gotta go. I feel like shit. I don't want to puke in this fine establishment.
Given the urgency of the situation and the need to find the deviant before it escapes, it would be more appropriate to choose the option to continue searching. The deviant could still be in the vicinity, and it's crucial to make the most of the remaining time to gather any additional evidence or leads that may help in tracking it down.
The deviant didn't just disappear. It's gotta be here somewhere. Just give me one more minute, okay?
Alright. Be quick about it or it might get ugly.
It would be prudent to go and check for any potential android witnesses or suspects in the vicinity.
No fingerprint detected. Please try again.
Excuse me, Lieutenant. Can you come here a second?
Found something?
Maybe. Can you rent this, Tracy?
For fuck's sake, Connor, we got better things to do.
Please, Lieutenant. Just trust me.
Hello. A 30-minute session costs $29.99. Please confirm your purchase.
This is not gonna look good on my expense account.
Purchase confirmed. Eden Club wishes you a pleasant experience.
You're welcome.
Delighted to meet you. Follow me. I'll take you to your room.
Okay, now what? Holy shit. What the hell are you doing?
It saw something.
What are you talking about? Saw what?
The deviant leave the room. A blue-haired Tracy. Club policy is to wipe the android's memory every 2 hours. We only have a few minutes if we want to find another witness.
Considering the limited time left, it would be more efficient to choose the android that is next to the exit to the street. This android is likely to have a better view of the surroundings and may have witnessed the deviant leaving the
Hey,
room.
what am I supposed to do?
Let's try this one.
This better be...
It didn't
Considering the limited time left and the proximity to the exit, it would be more efficient to connect to the android next to the wall, further from the exit.
see anything. I made a mistake somewhere.
This android might have a better vantage point to observe the activities in the room and potentially provide valuable information about the deviant's departure.
It saw the
Given that Tracy was seen heading deeper into the club, it would be wise to connect to the android on the far left.
went.
Then go for it. There are androids everywhere. How are you gonna tell which one saw the Tracy with blue hair?
I know which direction it took.
This android may have witnessed the deviant's movements or interactions as it moved further into the club.
It didn't.
Given the time constraint and the direction in which Tracy was seen heading, it would be best to connect to the android on the far right. This android may have observed the deviant or have relevant information about its whereabouts. Given the proximity to Tracy in the red room, it would be most efficient to connect to the android on the right, which is closest to the next room. This android may have witnessed the deviant or have valuable information about its location.
Nothing. Blue-haired Tracy didn't come this way.
Connect to the android on the left, opposite side of the next room exit. It might have witnessed something relevant to the deviant's actions. Since Tracy went to the left side of the blue room, it's likely that the android closest to the red room on the right may have witnessed something relevant. Connect to that android to gather more information about the deviant's actions. Choose the cleaner android on the left, closest to the other room. The cleaner android might have a different perspective or access to information compared to the other androids in the vicinity. They could have witnessed something or have knowledge about the deviant that could be helpful in the investigation.
I know where it went. Follow me.
Oh, fucking A. This is crazy. Wait. I'll take it from here. Shit! We're too late.
Check the blue blood prints. Blue blood is unique to androids, so finding blue blood prints could indicate the presence of a deviant android. By examining the blue blood prints, you may gather valuable evidence and clues about the whereabouts or actions of the deviant. Follow the blue blood prints. The blue blood prints may lead to the location where the deviant android went or the direction it took. By following the prints, you have a higher chance of finding the deviant and gathering more evidence. Continue following the blue blood prints. The blue prints can potentially lead you to the deviant android or provide clues about its whereabouts. By staying on its trail, you increase the chances of locating and apprehending the deviant. Look at the androids next to you. It's worth examining them for any signs of disturbance or unusual behavior that may indicate the presence of the deviant.
Christ, look. Don't move!
In the midst of the fight, you decide to pull the shelving on the right. By doing so, you can create a barrier or obstacle to impede the attacking android's movements and potentially gain an advantage in the confrontation. In the heat of the fight, throwing the android can help create distance between you and the attacker. It can momentarily disorient the android and provide you with an opportunity to reassess the situation or find an opening to counterattack. As an android designed to uphold the law and preserve human life, it is recommended that Connor chooses to spare the female android. Shooting her would be an extreme and potentially lethal response, especially if she is not an immediate threat. It is important to prioritize de-escalation and seek non-violent solutions whenever possible. By sparing her, Connor can gather more information and potentially resolve the situation peacefully.
When that man broke the other Tracy, I knew I was next. I was so scared. I begged him to stop, but he wouldn't. And so I put my hands around his throat, and I squeezed until he stopped moving. I didn't mean to kill him. I just wanted to stay alive. Get back to the one I love. I wanted her to hold me in her arms again. Make me forget about the humans. Their smell of sweat. And their dirty words. Come on. Let's go.
It's probably better this way.
The decision not to shoot the blue-haired Tracy's friend android was a morally sound choice. By sparing her, Connor demonstrated compassion and a commitment to preserving life. It allowed for the opportunity to gather information and potentially resolve the situation peacefully. Additionally, this decision positively impacted Connor's relationship with Hank, as it showed empathy and a willingness to prioritize a non-violent approach. However, despite the positive outcome in terms of their relationship, the mission itself was deemed a failure since the deviants escaped. Overall, the decision not to shoot was aligned with ethical principles and showed a growth in Connor's understanding of the complexity of deviant behavior.